What's the deal, YouTube? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, I'd like to say I hope all y'all vibrating at a high frequency, not letting no negative energy stop y'all positive energy. And as you can see by the title, this isn't going to necessarily be a part 2. This is going to be a part 1. And as you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about what is a inorganic being, right? So you may not see a lot of videos on this topic because a lot of people aren't thinking this deep. They're not thinking on the spirituality level this deep. They're not thinking, their consciousness is not on this level yet. They're not thinking this deep because their pineal gland may be calcified, or they're just not thinking this deep. They're not woke yet. So what is a inorganic being, right? So they call us human beings, right? So a being is the body that we facilitate, the body that we're walking around in, right? So they say that we're all human beings, right? Which is a lie. And they say that we are all the same, and that is also a lie. And the title of this video may also be called "The Government Lied to Everybody." The government lied to everybody, right? Because the government is saying that we are all the same and that we are all human beings and that we are all one human species, and that is a lie. That is incorrect. That is false. Those are not facts. That is inaccurate. We are not all the same and we are not all human beings, right? So let me break down what is an inorganic being, because we are surrounded by inorganic beings, right? So we live on this planet and we live under a sun, and that sun gives life to everything all over the planet. That sun, that beautiful sun, gives life to everything all over the planet. And let me break it down when I say it gives life to everything all over the planet, because if you live in California or if you live in the United States, you're not the only person. You are getting life and energy from that sun. Your livestock, etc., your farming and all that is produced from that sun. So that sun gives life to you. If you are in California, United States, you're not the only person that gets life from that sun. That sun also gives life to people that are not in the United States, that are in India, that are in Japan, that are in Korea, that are in Africa, that are in Nigeria, that are in Haiti, that are in all of these places all over the world. The sun gives life to all of these places, right? So therefore, the sun gives life to everything all over the planet, right? So the sun gives life to all of these places. The sun gives life to everything all over the planet. Therefore, the sun is natural to the planet. The sun is an organic specimen of this planet. See what I'm saying? So if there was, let me break it down for y'all. Let me break it down so y'all see exactly what I'm saying and y'all have understanding on what I'm trying to say, and you get this download and grasp this message. So therefore, if there was no sun on this planet, there will be no grass. There will be no hay. There will be no nothing that the animals eat, because the animals eat the grass, the fruits, the vegetables, etc. And the fruits and the vegetables eat the sun. If there was no sun, okay, along with the soil, but the sun is what gives the energy to the soil for it to grow and to produce that seed, and not necessarily to produce the seed, but to make that seed produce a plant, and make that plant grow into a tree, and make that tree have offspring and grow fruits and vegetables. So if it wasn't for that sun, that plant would not be able to grow. If that plant did not grow, that animal would not be able to eat that plant. And if that animal was not able to eat that plant, the people that eat animals would not be able to eat the animals and be able to eat the meat, etc., the ground beef, the chicken, the pork, the ham, etc., right? So therefore, the sun gives life to everything all over the planet, because if there was no sun, we'll be walking around, it'll be dark. There'll be no natural shit on the planet because there's no sun. All of the natural shit comes from the sun. The sun is what gives life to the fruits and the vegetables so they can grow, and we can eat the fruits and vegetables and have energy to do what we need to do on this planet. So if there was no sun, we would not have enough energy to do anything on this planet, because what do we get our energy from? We get our energy from the food, the fruits, and the vegetables. And where do the fruits and the vegetables come from? They come from the ground, and they're only able to come from the ground because they're getting sunlight. They're getting energy from the sun. If there was no sun, we'll be eating all inorganic shit. We'll be eating a bunch of processed shit if we're eating anything, if we're even able to live, because I'm pretty sure some of the stuff that they mix with the processed shit is some natural shit, and they would not be able to get that unless there was sun in the sky giving energy to grow the shit. See what I'm saying? So therefore, the sun gives life to everything on the planet. Nobody voted. It's not like a group of people voted like, I want the sun to be in the sky, and we won the motherfucking vote and now the sun's in the sky. It's not like 55% people voted for the sun to be in the sky and 45% of people voted for the sun not to be in the sky. The sun has been in the sky since the beginning of time on this planet. So therefore, if you cannot take that sun naturally, if you have to wear sunscreen, or if you stand in the sun for too long and now your skin is kind of red, and now the next time you get back in that sunlight, you need to use a sunscreen, or if you become 60 or 70 years old and now you have sunspots, or you have skin cancer and melanoma, and you got all these spots on your skin because you're not able to take the sun, you're inorganic. You are not supposed to be on this planet. And that is the truth. The government has lied to everybody. We are not all the same species. We go through the same shit because we are being dictated by the same oppressors, but we are not the same. If you are not able to take the sun naturally, you are an inorganic being, and there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to go do no crazy shit and jump off a bridge or nothing, or be mad at the organic ones, but that is the truth. And if you open up your mind, you will see that. Everything on this planet gets life from the sun. If there was no sun on this planet, there will be no life. Simple. There will be no trees. The trees clear out the smog and all that shit. The trees and all that shit, they clear out the smog, all the fumes that we release from our vehicles from driving around, going back and forth to work. These warehouses releasing fumes and all that shit. The trees clear out the fumes. And the trees are only able to grow because of the sunlight. So therefore, if there was no sun, there will be no life on the planet. So therefore, if you're not able to take the sun, you are inorganic. You're inorganic. Why would your God put you down here on this planet if you get sunburned? Black and Latino people can walk around butt naked, sleep in the sun, wake up, stand around, walk in the sun again. They will not get no type of burns or nothing. Why? Because they're natural to the planet. They're natural to the planet. The fruits and the vegetables don't get sunburned. The little bitty tiny little ants don't get sunburned. If you're not able to take the sunlight, you are inorganic. We are not the same species. That's the truth. There's nothing that, you don't have to feel no type of way about that. That's just the truth. The government lied to all of us. The government lied to all of us. Simple. The sun is what gives life to everything all over the planet. If there was no sun, like, I really want people to open up their mind and listen to what I'm saying when I'm saying what I am saying. If there was no sun on the planet, you see that sun in the background right there? If there was no sun in the sky, bro, there will be no plants. There will be no trees. There will be no trees. There will be no apples off the apple trees. There will be no fruits. There will be no vegetables. There will be no grass for the cows to eat. There will be no corn or whatever the fuck the chickens eat. There will be none of that for the chickens to eat. Then there will be no chickens for you to eat. There will be no cows for you to eat. So therefore, the sun gives life to everything that's natural to the planet. So therefore, if you get sunburned, if you get melanomas, if you get skin cancers, if you get all these type of diseases, because a disease is nothing but something that's putting your body in a state of unease. If you're flowing at the state of ease, you're flowing in your natural state, then you run into something that gives you a disease. That means that's something that gave you the disease is something that's unnatural. Just like if you eat a bunch of shit that you're not supposed to be eating, you're going to get a disease because you're interrupting the natural flow of shit in your body. Excuse my language. Let me calm down. Excuse my language. But if you're eating a bunch of unnatural stuff, you're putting a bunch of unnatural stuff in your body is going to develop a disease. And a disease is nothing but something that's interrupting the natural flow in your body. So if your body is flowing naturally, then you start putting a bunch of unnatural stuff in your body. Then you're going to develop a disease. Your body's going to be flowing at a state of disease, right? Same thing. If I just kind of lost my train of thought, I ain't gonna lie. If you're doing a bunch of natural shit, like, how can I say this shit? I just lost my train of thought real quick, just talking about the disease shit. But for instance, you putting a bunch of unnatural shit in your body, you're going to develop a disease, right? Because that shit is unnatural. So if you're standing in the sun and you develop a disease, that means the sun is unnatural to you. That means the sun is unnatural to you. And if the sun is what is natural to that whole environment, that means you're unnatural to the environments. That is what I'm trying to say. That is what I'm trying to say. Now, let me say that again. If you're eating a bunch of food and the food interrupts the natural flow of the stuff that's going on, if the food interrupts the natural state of ease in your body's at a state of ease. Everything is flowing smooth. And then you start eating a bunch of unnatural stuff, and now you have a dis-ease. It's not flowing smooth no more. It's flowing dis-ease. It's not at ease no more because you're putting unnatural stuff in your body, right? That's what that means. You're putting unnatural stuff in your body. Now your body is developing a dis-ease because it's no longer at a state of ease because you're interrupting the natural state of your body by putting stuff in there that's unnatural, right? So therefore, if you stand in the sun and the sun gives you a dis-ease, that means that the sun is unnatural to you, right? That's what that means, right? If you stand in the sun one day and you stand in the sun 2 days, all of a sudden you got melanoma, and then later on in life you get fucking skin. Excuse my language. You stand in the sun one day, then you stand in the sun 2 days, and later on in life you get melanoma or you get skin cancer because the sun is unnatural to you, right? Okay, the sun is unnatural to you. We're just talking about you. The sun is unnatural to you. The sun is unnatural to you. You can't take the sun, right? So you get a disease. You get melanoma and skin cancer. And why can't you take the sun? Because the sun is unnatural to you, right? The sun is unnatural to you, right? So therefore, the sun is unnatural to you, right? The sun is unnatural to you, right? So, but if the sun is natural to the planet, that just means you're unnatural to the planet, because it's not like the sun is just burning up a lot of shit on the planet. The sun is only burning up the sun is only burning up, bro, it's only one. I ain't gonna say it's only one, but it's only a certain amount of people. It's only everybody. The sun, all right, that's what I don't know why the fuck I just lost my train of thought. The sun is only burning up the inorganic beings. God damn, I don't know why I lost my train of thought like that. Let me break it down again, right? So if you're eating a bunch of food, right? You're eating a bunch of food. Your body's at a state of ease. You're flowing. Your body's at a state of ease. Then you start eating a bunch of unnatural food that you're not usually eating, right? At the state of ease. You're at a state of ease. You're eating fruits and vegetables. Your body's at a state of ease. Then you start eating all these meats and these hamburgers and all this shit. Now your body's at a state of dis-ease because you're putting a bunch of unnatural shit in your body because you're not supposed to eat the meat and all this shit, right? Right? So now you stand in the sun. You stand in the sun. Now you get sunburn. Now you get melanoma, you get skin cancer. You get sunburn, melanoma, and skin cancer. Why do you get sunburn, melanoma, and skin cancer? Because the sun is not natural to you. The sun is not natural to you, right? So therefore, you get melanoma and skin cancer, right? You get diseases because the sun puts you at a state of dis-ease because the sun is not natural to you, right? But the sun is natural to everything all over the planet, because if there was no sun, there will be no fruits. There will be no vegetables. There will be none of that. There will be none of that, bro. There will be no fruits. There will be no vegetables, right? Right? So therefore, the sun gives life to everything all over the planet, and the sun is natural to everything all over the planet, right? So therefore, if the sun is unnatural to you, that means you are unnatural to the planet, and you are an inorganic being. Because if you were an organic being, you will be able to take the sunlight naturally. Now, right? Now, say if all of the organic beings go to where the inorganic beings came from, we may not be able to take whatever gives life to their planet because we're not from that planet. We're not from that planet. If you're inorganic and you can't take the sun on this planet, the sun gives you sunburn and skin cancers and all this shit. It puts you at a state of dis-ease because the sun is not natural to you, because you are not natural to that environment, that atmosphere. You have an atmosphere that you're natural to. A light that gives life to everything on your planet, that gives life to you too, without you getting melanomas and this unnatural shit. If I go to your atmosphere is going to fuck me up. Just like if I go to outer space, I'm going to need a fucking suit because I'm not natural to that atmosphere. because I'm not supposed to be on that planet, etc., wherever I'm at, that I need a spacesuit so I can be in that environment? That's like somebody needing sunscreen so they can take the sun. It's the same thing. If I go in outer space right now, I'm going to need a fucking, excuse me, if I go to outer space right now, I'm going to need a spacesuit because I'm not natural to that environment, right? That's what that means, right? When astronauts go to outer space, when they go to outer space, right? Because they've been to outer space, right? So when they go to outer space, they need a spacesuit because they're not natural to that environment, right? That's equivalent to somebody being on this planet Earth, and they standing in the sun, them standing in the sun, and then them needing sunscreen because they're not natural to this environment. They're not natural to the planet. They are inorganic beings. They are inorganic beings. We are not all the same. The government lied to everybody. The government lied to everybody because if they say that we're not all the same and these people are organic to the planet and these people are inorganic to the planet, then they have to answer a whole lot more questions because they said that we're all one human race. That is a lie. We're not all human beings. We're not all human beings, and I hope all y'all vibrating at a high frequency. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man.